Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for. You've been searching in the dark, your sweat soaking through the floor. And buried in your bones, there's an ache that you can't ignore. Taking your breath, stealing your mind, and all that was real is left behind. Don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you. It's only this moment, don't care what comes after. Your fever dream, can't you see, getting closer? Just surrender, cause you feel the feeling taking over. It's fire, it's freedom, it's flooding open. It's the preacher and the pulpit and your blind devotion. There's something breaking at the brink of every wall that's holding all that you know. So tell me, do you wanna go where it's covered in all the colored lights, where the runaways are running the night? Impossible comes true, it's taking over you. This is the greatest show. We light it up, we won't come down, and the sun can't stop us now. Watching it come true, it's taking over you. This is the greatest show.
And we are finally back. It is time for the 2025 Texas Rangers season. I cannot tell you how excited I am for the season coming up. I will say that I don't think I've been this excited for an upcoming season since 2 years ago, 2023. And what ended up happening in 2023, may I ask you? Oh, that's right. We only won the World Series, of course. Oh, I love this trophy. But yes, I'm very excited for this upcoming season, not only because of the acquisitions that we made during the offseason, but because of some of the people that we've gotten rid of, and we kind of trimmed the fat, so to speak. And it just seems like the lineup that we have compiled, or that I should say Chris Young compiled, is very exciting. And it's got a mixture of power, it's got a mixture of speed, it's got a mixture of contact, and it's got a mixture of just good baseball IQ. And before we get into who we got rid of and who we picked up, I will go ahead and recap you on last year's season, just in case you missed a couple of things. Last year was really a World Series hangover, if you want to say that. We ended up finishing 78 and 84, which was third in the AL West. Last year, our biggest thing was injuries. The injury bug really bit us a couple of times, and really at the worst times. Josh Young went down with a fractured wrist and kept him out for the majority of the season. Jacob deGrom, of course, had to go through Tommy John surgery for a second time in his career, and we'll talk about him in a little bit and see how he's doing. And also, Corey Seager went down a couple of times. Josh Smith really came up and took over his spot beautifully, and Josh Smith has really shown that he belongs on the team, and we'll also talk about him in a second. But yes, last year was not exactly the year that us Rangers fans were hoping for, coming off of a World Series championship. But like I said, the injury bug really did a number on us, and you just can't see past those kind of things. But yes, all in all, last year, I wouldn't call it a bust, I would just call it an unfortunate year. But 2024 is behind us. We need to look in the rearview mirror and see that that was just a season that happened, and we're on the right track again. Bigger and better things coming at us, and I will get to what I think our overall record is going to be and what our fate is going to be for this season here in a little bit. But first, I must tell you who we picked up in the offseason and who we had to, unfortunately, in some cases, let go of. Let's begin. One of the few men who really held down our bullpen last year, David Robertson. At the time of recording this video, he is still a free agent and finding a team to play for. He is 38 or 39. He might be 40 now. I'm not quite sure. He's been pitching for a long time, but if we don't pick him back up, I'm sure that somebody will get him soon enough. David, thank you for last year, and I hope that you find a team to play for this year. In a very depressing and shocking kind of situation, Nathaniel Lowe, went to the Washington Nationals. And in return, we got Robert Garcia, a left-handed bullpen arm. And I'll talk about Garcia here in a little bit. But as far as Nate is concerned, I can speak for myself and many other Rangers fans, and especially my wife, who really liked him. Nate, you were a great man to be on the team. Thank you for all the years that you gave us, and thank you for bringing us that championship, because you were a reason for it, and we will miss you. We will miss seeing number 30 on the back of your jersey out there at first base every day. And yeah, just good luck in Washington. I'm sorry that you went to the Nationals, but hopefully you can bring some veteran experience over there, and I just wish you the best of luck in 2025. In a not so shocking situation, Kirby Yates, a man that really held down the closing role last year, he went to the Dodgers, as did everyone else apparently, but I'm not going to talk about that too much. All I can say, Kirby Yates, I just want to thank you also, sir, for showing us just what a closer can do, what a good closer can do, I should say. Hopefully you can find some spots, some innings to pitch in with that stacked rotation that they have in Los Angeles. And yeah, just want to thank you again for what you did for us, and we'll see. Jose Leclerc. Oh my goodness, my wishes have finally come true. I've been asking for this man to get off the friggin' team for, I don't know, 5 or 6 years now, and it has finally happened. He has gone to not the Oakland A's anymore, the Sacramento A's now, soon to be the Las Vegas A's. I don't know. But Jose, I do thank you for your heroic actions during our postseason run in 23 all the way up to the World Series. But I have to tell you, man, I will not miss you blowing 2 3-run saves when we needed him the most during the regular season. I don't know. I will not miss you. That's all I can say. It's not good riddance. It's just good luck with the A's. Max Scherzer, he has been injury-ridden the older that he gets, but he has gone to Toronto to play for the Blue Jays. Don't have his contract information here because I didn't really care that much about it, but it was always nice to have Scherzer, Mad Max, on the mound because, yeah, he is a 3-time Cy Young Award-winning pitcher, and he did some good things for us. It's going to be weird seeing him in a Blue Jays uniform, but all I can say is, Mad Max, thank you for your time in Texas. Thank you for winning a World Series with us, and thank you for your contributions whenever you gave them to us, and I wish you the best of luck in Toronto. And in my opinion, what is the most sad departure of all, Travis Jankowski, he has also gone to the Chicago Cubs, and I can't tell you how much I love El Blondie. Those catches that he made last year during the regular season, and when he came in and filled a spot for Adolis in the World Series, I'm going to miss him. I'm going to miss him quite a bit. Good, consistent bats. Hit a game-tying home run in the opening day game last year. And yeah, there was a lot of things he did for us. And hopefully it was not overlooked. But his time in Texas came to an end. And I hope that he can bring the same sort of success to Chicago, and all I can say to Jankow is, I will miss you, as will many other Rangers fans. Thank you very much, Travis. And there they are, the departures for the 24-25 offseason for the Texas Rangers. I may have missed out on a couple of guys, but those are the names that I can recall from the top of my head that really could possibly affect the outcome of the 25 season. Especially with the power like Lowe, not the power, but you know what I mean, the consistency and, you know, the 270, 280 batting average every year. Yeah, Lowe's going to be missed. Kirby, David Robertson, you know, Jankel, all those guys. So, but all the teams that they respectively went to, I wish them the best of luck in the rest of their career. But let's go ahead and get to the new guys that Chris Young picked up during the offseason, and there is quite a bit of names. So I'm going to make this as quick as possible. But let's go ahead and get into who we picked up during the offseason. Starting with our backup catcher, Kyle Higashioka. We got him from, I believe, the Padres. I think that was the last team that he played for. I know he played for the Yankees, but I think we got him from San Diego. We got him on a 2-year, $13.5 million contract. He will be backing up Jonah Heim. And I got to tell you, Kyle Higashioka, he might be as good as a backup catcher as Mitch Garver was in 2023. Higashioka has a good mixture of contact and power. I'm not exactly sure how he is behind the plates, but I have seen him show some good power with the bats, and I think that he will be a very good addition in the backup role behind Jonah. Jake Berger, we got him from the Florida Marlins, predominantly a first baseman, but can play third base here and there if we need him to. But he's got great pop from the right side of the plate, and I'm very excited to see just how many home runs he's going to hit this year. In the bullpen, Hobie Milner. I forget where we got him from, but we got him on a 1-year, $2.5 million contract. He's a left-handed semi-submarine pitcher. Those don't really bode well throughout the season, but he's got good movement on some of his breaking pitches, so I'm excited to see what he can do as well. And like I said earlier, Robert Garcia, we got him in the trade for Lowe from the Nationals, the Washington Nationals. He is also a left-handed bullpen arm, and during the spring training so far, I'll talk about his numbers here in a little bit, but he has really shined in our bullpen during the spring training. And some of you out there are saying, well, it's just spring training. Yeah, but it's also a time where we can see what kind of arsenal these guys have and just what we can expect, a little taste, if you will, of what they can bring to the team. So what I'm seeing from Robert Garcia right now, I'm a fan. Sean Armstrong, I believe we got him from the Rays. 1 year, $1.125 million contract. We're getting a lot of 1-year contracts, but you know, we got to boost up that bullpen, and we really did try to do that this year. And Sean Armstrong, he's got a good fastball, very good slider, some other breaking pitches. Hopefully that he can do some good things in the bullpen. We'll see. Chris Martin making a return to the Texas Rangers. I think this is his first time coming back to the Rangers since 2018, if I'm not mistaken. But yes, Chris Martin, 1 year, $5.5 million. He last played with the Boston Red Sox. I do know that. He's a very tall man, predominantly a 7th, 8th, or 9th inning pitcher. So he could be slated into our closing role this year. But yes, he's got a very live fastball. He's getting up there a little bit in age, but he's not showing it. So hopefully he can show what he can do this year. Jacob Webb, we got him from the Baltimore Orioles. I don't have his contract information, but what I can tell you is that Jacob Webb, the first time that I saw him was whenever we played the Orioles in the ALDS in 2023, and when Josh Young hit a home run off of him. So take that as you will. But Jacob Webb, a right-handed man, very live fastball, 95, 96. You know, it's good to add velocity to the bullpen. So welcome to Texas, Jacob. Also making a return to the Rangers, Luke Jackson. This man, you know what? I really hope he does make the opening day roster because, again, going back to spring training stats from this year, he's also shown out, and his strikeout per 9 innings it's a very high rate, and that is a good thing. We do need strikeouts. Luke Jackson, welcome back to Texas. Hope to see you on the field very soon. Kevin Pillar. All right, I have double asterisked him on my paper here because I really do like Kevin Pillar. He is a fantastic outfielder, and I do believe that he could take the spot of Travis Jankowski. He can make equally as amazing, dazzling plays out there in the outfield, and he's also got some good wheels on him. He is getting up in age a little bit, just like some of these other guys are, but Kevin Pillar, we got him on a 1-year, $1 million deal. Very easy to remember that. But I do hope that Kevin Pillar makes the opening day roster. I know he'll be on the 40-man, but hopefully I see him either on the field or in the dugout on Thursday. Patrick Corbin, not very excited about this guy. He is a starting pitcher from the Nationals, and he did win a World Series with the Nationals back in 2019. It was a very, very big reason for their World Series championship that year during the regular season. But we got him just because we've got some injuries going around. Cody Bradford is going to be out for a little while. John Gray broke his wrist from a line drive in the spring training game, so he'll be out for a little bit. And Josh Sborz is out with a shoulder injury. So we got Patrick Corbin in to fill the void over there. But I'll get to Patrick Corbin's numbers here in a little bit. But like I said, not very excited about this guy. He will probably be a 4th or 5th guy in the rotation, but He just reminds me a little bit of Dallas Keuchel whenever we got him a couple years ago. If you know, you know, and some of y'all out there will know. Hopefully that won't be the case. But the man that I am really most excited about that we picked up, Jock Peterson. Jock Peterson is primarily he's listed as an outfielder, but I don't think he's going to play in the outfield this year. If anything, that he'll be a designated hitter for the majority of the season, but he'll also play first base if we need him to. But yes, Jock really showing power this spring training and consistency, and I'm very excited to see what kind of numbers he's going to bring to us during the regular season. So Jock, very happy to have you. 2 years, $37 million contract, $18.5 million a year, and very, very excited to see what Peterson is going to do for us. And there you have it. Those are the new guys that we have brought on the team for the 2025 season. Majority of them are on 1-year contracts. Some of them are on 2 years. Some of them are on 3 years. But I do believe that Chris Young and others have compiled a very, very good team for this upcoming season, and that's why I'm so freaking excited for it. You know, this goes without saying, but hopefully injuries can be kept to an absolute minimum, and if they do, I'll go ahead and tell you what I think the overall record will be a little later in the video. But before we get to that part, I want to go ahead and tell all of you out there who are watching this video what I believe the opening day lineup will look like and what our 26-man roster will also look like for opening day. Leadoff spot at second base, Marcus Semien. In the 2-hole at shortstop, Corey Seager. In the 3-hole in left field, Wyatt Langford. In the cleanup spot in right field, Adolis Garcia. Shocker. In the 5th hole at DH will be Jock Peterson. 6th hole at third base, Josh Young. 7th hole at first, Jake Berger. In the 8th hole, our catcher, Jonah Heim. And in the 9th hole, center field, Evan Carter. And our reserves in the dugouts, I have Kyle Higashioka for catcher. I do believe that Duran will make the team. I don't know, we'll see. Josh Smith, our utility guy. Kevin Pillar in the outfield as well. And I mean, with Duran, it can either be Taveras or Duran, one of the two. I don't want either one of them on the team, but we have to have somebody to fill in the 13th spot in the dugout. So either Duran or Taveras, one of the two. But as far as our pitchers are concerned, as it's been established, Eovaldi will be starting on Thursday, which is great. I do believe that Jacob deGrom will have the 2 spot in the rotation, Tyler Mahle in the 3, Jack Leiter in the 4, I have put, and Patrick Corbin in the 5 of the rotation. So we'll see what happens there. But in the bullpen, I have Kumar Rocker as our long reliever. Then it goes from top to bottom, Sharon Armstrong, Robert Garcia, Hobie Milner, Jacob Webb, Luke Jackson, Chris Martin as our setup guys, and Emiliano Teodo. I don't believe that he'll get a call up for opening day, but if he does, I'll be very excited to see what the kid can do. But yes, that is my projection for what opening day will look like as far as the 26-man roster is concerned and what the overall lineup for the game will be. All right, and there you go. Let's go ahead and get to our last parts here. But before we get into my overall record prediction, I just want to say a couple of things. I want to thank the MLB for finally bringing back the regular sized and well-put names on the back of the jersey. No longer do we have to look at those eyesores of the little bitty letters on the back of the jerseys. Those were absolutely friggin' horrible. I could not stand them from last year. I'm just happy that we have the regular font in the back and the regular size back for the 25 season. I mean, it might be a small thing to you out there watching, but it is a huge thing to me, and I'm just happy that they brought him back. And also, this has been announced by the MLB for the All-Star break, in the All-Star game, really. The team jerseys will not be the ugly, horrendous messes that they were, especially last year when they played here in Texas. God, those were awful. But they've announced that each player for the All-Star game will be wearing their respective home or away jerseys. So it's no longer going to say American or national. It's going to be their jersey, the team that they play for, whether it be home or away. So that's going to be really cool to see. They haven't done that in a long time, and I'm very excited that they finally brought that back as well. Okay, we've finally gotten to the end of this video, and let me go ahead and do what I do every single year. I predicted in 23 that the Rangers were going to finish 91-71, and they ended up finishing 90-72, so I was one game off. This year, I do believe that it's going to be very similar to the 2023 season because of the players that we have and the overall feel of the season, and like just have the excitement level is at an all-time high. And so that's why I included the song in the intro video, because I did the same song for the 23 intro video, and look what happens. For this season, I thought about it very long and very hard. Nice. I do believe that at the end of the year, we will be seeing the Rangers in first place in the AL West. We will win the AL West with an overall record of 95-67, 28 games above 500. That may seem a little high. I really don't see us winning 100 games, but 95-67, in my opinion, after a lot of studying and a lot of analyzing and whatnot, I do believe that we have a good shot at that record, and we will win the AL West. I can tell you that much. As far as the postseason is concerned, I don't want to get my hopes up, and I know I said this last year, and look what happened. But I do believe that we will make it to the World Series. But I believe, actually no, all I'm going to say is that we will make it to the World Series. And when we do, I will make another video, and I'll go ahead and predict the outcome of said World Series. But that is my prediction. 95-67, 28 games above 500. But until then, it's going to be a fun ride in the 2025 season. As long as the injuries stay at an absolute minimum, good things will happen. But I speak for myself and all other Ranger fans out there. It's going to be a fun year. I love you, Dad. And as always, go Rangers.